Hey guys, my friend and I went on national television and I stuffed up pretty bad. Let's see what happens. So fun fact, a lot of the studios for the TV broadcasting things are on the top of Mount Cootha, which is a mountain in Brisbane that's pretty big. So we actually went to a lookout sort of thing while we were there and filmed a blind solve with some scenery behind it. So I hope you guys enjoy that.
Crazy coloured cube we all want to nail at least once in our lives, but the two boys you're about to meet can crack the Rubik's Cube in just a few seconds.
I wonder
Toby
who
and
they're
Charlie
referring to.
are from Brisbane and they've only been cubing for a few years and they're already making a huge name for themselves on the world stage.
Yeah, they're two little legends there. The mates recently completed at the Australian National Speedcubing Championships, with Charlie taking out the...
So yeah, he's referring to nationals, and that was an absolutely crazy comp. I got 2 OCRs in 3 blind, managed to snag a win in multi. There's some footage of my OCRs on my YouTube channel if you want to check that out. And Toby has his 3x3 third place average on his channel as well. So make sure to check that out, link in description.
Title in the multi-blindfolded category, and Toby placing 3rd in the non-blindfolded open category. And the boys join us this morning fresh off the back of the competition. Guys, this is great, and it's great to see you too. The Rubik's Cube, it's something I can't walk past without picking it up, turning it a couple of times, making it worse,
and putting it over. We'll never solve that.
Well, we can't pick it up. We can't see a scrambled cube and not just pick it up and solve it. So yeah, that's a funny cycle.
Charlie, we'll start with you, mate. Can you tell us where your interest in the Rubik's Cube came from and how you got started with it?
Yeah. So, my dad learned about 3.5 years ago, and then he insisted on teaching me so that I wouldn't be bored. And so then I just spent all my time on that, learning more and more from YouTube and getting faster and faster. So yeah.
Wow. And Toby, how many hours a day do you spend practicing the Rubik's Cube?
All the time that I'm not doing something else.
Yeah, no. I didn't hear her say, "Hey Toby," so it looked like I just butted in front of Toby, which was a bit of a whoopsie, and I wish that hadn't have happened. But you know, it's the past. Couldn't control it really.
I practice probably a bit more than I should. I'd say between 3 and 4 hours a day.
3 and 4 hours a day? Wow.
That's awesome. It's great for your brain and you're accomplishing something. Keeps you off the computer too. Charlie, is it difficult to learn as a beginner? I mean, can anybody learn? And you don't have to humour us.
Yeah. So basically, anybody can learn as long as they look up a tutorial and are willing to put in the time and effort into learning.
I have a tutorial on my YouTube channel to learn the bunny method. I've taught a lot of people with it. It's confirmed it works well, so check that out if you want to learn too.
Learning and practicing, so yeah.
How many moves does it take to solve the Rubik's Cube?
With the beginner method, I think usually the average is between 100 and 150 moves. But for the more advanced methods like me and Toby use, it's usually between 50 and 60 moves.
Geez, and Toby, you average just 6.8 seconds to solve the Rubik's Cube.
60 moves in 6.8 seconds.
Insane. Can you give us a little demo?
Yeah, okay, sure. I'll have a look at it.
Okay.
Toby is very fast.
All right, 3, 2.
Another thing to note, which is pretty funny when we were solving, is that because there was a green screen behind us, the green on the cube actually got green screened out as well. So it looks like there's just a hole in the cube, or there's a city side of the cube where you have to match the city up as well. But yeah, it's just green, part of the green screen, yeah.
2, 1, go.
Wow. Wow. That's mental. What are you looking for? What are you looking for first? I mean, how do you start even?
So generally I start by kind of looking for the first couple, normally 7 or so pieces to solve. which I can normally see in about 10 or 15 seconds. And then from there, you kind of just like, as you're solving some pieces, you can kind of like, I guess, look ahead to like the next couple of pieces that you're going to solve.
Wow.
And it kind of just flows, the solve becomes like one flow.
It's crazy good. Charlie, how do you do that if you got a blindfold on? You just finished 3rd in the world of multi-blindfolded category. Can you tell us about that event and how
What did he call me?
it works?
He
I would have
means
thought you'd have
3rd.
to see it. Oh, yeah, sorry. No, you're great, but 3rd.
Yeah, so for 3 blind, you memorize, you first look at a piece in a specific spot, and then you look at where that needs to go, and then where that needs to go, and so you end up with a string of how the pieces move around the cube, and then each location has a letter, and so you end up with a bunch of letters, which you turn into words and remember a story, much like in other memory sports like card memorizing and stuff.
Oh.
Show us how it's done then, Charlie. Let's go.
Right.
Wow.
A lot of things happened in that solve. At the start, I usually memorize corners first and then edges, but I was like full panic mode, and so I accidentally memorized edges first. So I had to go back and then memorize corners and edges again. So I ended up memorizing the cube like 1.5 times. And then edges execution was fine. I remembered everything. But when I got to corners, that's when all the kerfuffling happened. I don't know if that's the right use, but we'll go with it. That's when the mistakes started to creep in. I accidentally did the wrong com and realized when I would have been finished that I needed to reverse it. And one of the algs that I did to try and reverse it, I thought I did wrong. So it was a complete mess. And so you can tell on my face right there, like, look at that kid. He's so relieved to get that cube out. So I was like so happy in that moment. But yeah, that was a close encounter, but I'm very happy with how it went.
My breath then.
I want to know what the story
I was holding my breath too.
was.
You guys have got a few big competitions.
It took me a while to realize that that was a rhetorical question. Whoopsie daisies. Oh.
Coming up towards the end of the year. Tell us about the preparation for that. What's involved? How do you prepare for something that big?
So going into the Oceanic Championships at the end of this year, I'm really just practicing and also simulating a competition, because you can get quite nervous while you're...
If you look at the subtitles on the bottom, you might get an extra set of laughs. Like for the alliteration, they put "Cubers confess, champion Rubik's Cubers on why they started solving," which I got a little giggle out of.
Competing.
Do you have to like warm up your fingers or something before a big event?
Yeah, definitely on the day you do need to do a couple of solves to kind of warm up a bit. But afterwards, yeah, it's not too difficult to get warmed up.
Well, do you know what? It's great to see 2 young men being so committed and determined and so intelligent to do something like this. You guys are fantastic. If you want to support the boys and follow their journey, you can head over to the website, swiftcubing.com. Charlie and Toby, good luck for the remaining competitions.
You can also support us by subscribing to our YouTube channels, which mine is right below, and Toby's will have a link in the description, so make sure you go check that out, subscribe, drop a like on the video, comment if you have any interesting things to say, or if you think that you would have answered any of those questions differently, what you would have said if you were in that situation. Fun fact, Jack Kai has actually been on Studio 10 and gotten interviewed before as well. So there'll be a link in the description for you guys to go and watch that as well. See what he said.
This year, and thanks so much for joining us this morning. I think you guys are awesome.
Go smash it, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Channel 10 for having me on. It was a great experience. So as you can see, I managed to pull through. Even though I stuffed up, I managed to recover the solve a little bit. It would have put myself in a very, very awkward situation if I DNF'd that solve. Like, look, it's Charlie, he can solve Rubik's Cube blindfolded. And then I get up there with my blindfold on and my cube and I go, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and... Wait a minute. This isn't the right music. Let's do this properly this time. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all